So you're thinking about getting excited for X019, but you've been burned before. X018 didn't live up to the hype that you had in your mind. And here we are, 1 week away from Xbox's big fan show, this time in London. And you're wondering if you can do that to yourself once again. Is it worth getting hyped for Xbox XO 2019? Well, I'm going to lay it all out on the line in this video. I'm going to give you a preview of what I expect to be shown at this big show. And by the end, you can kind of make that decision for yourself. Should you be hyped, or should you keep your expectations in check? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Randall419 back again. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to dive straight into the preview for X019. Now, Microsoft announced yesterday that they're going to be 24 games playable on the show floor. But if you're like me and you're watching this at home on Twitch, and you're not actually at the show in London, then you don't really care how many games are playable on the show floor. So for all you people out there in London enjoying the show, have fun playing your Battletoads demo. But I have heard that Microsoft is spending a lot of money to send out influencers, the media, so they can be there and covering event, which says to me that Microsoft thinks this is going to be a bigger event than X018. Basically, for X018, they went down to Mexico, they had a great time, but nobody came with them. This time, it certainly seems like the entire industry, YouTubers, the media, they're going to be there reporting on it. I've even seen IGN say that they have an exclusive interview with Phil Spencer after the show. So on paper, and with that in mind, it definitely seems like a step up. But still, I can feel you guys. You're like, whoa, man, should I get hyped? They're flying people out there. That's a lot of money to send people to London and pay for their hotels. Just keep it in check. Keep it in check. We're going to get to it. Now, Microsoft also tweeted out today that they're going to have xCloud news. Now, it's currently in testing. But with that in mind, I think they're going to open up xCloud to more people. They're going to add more games to be tested out, because as of right now, it's just Killer Instinct and Halo and Gears 5 and maybe one more Sea of Thieves. So I think they're going to add more games for you to test. They're going to add more people, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually add more countries to the testing phase. I don't expect it to be a full rollout of xCloud until sometime later next year. This is just the beta phase, but they're definitely going to add more people because this thing needs to be stress tested. And next up, of course, you're going to have Game Pass. A lot of people accused X018 of basically being a commercial for Game Pass. But Game Pass is a big subscription service for Microsoft. It's going to be there front and center. And there's going to be a bunch of new games announced for console and PC. Last year, they announced 16 games coming to Game Pass. I expect maybe a similar number of games, smaller indie titles, and I'm expecting maybe a couple surprises of the bigger variety, maybe a newer game like Control, think along those lines. But of course, people want to know about Xbox Scarlett, the next generation console from Xbox. Will it be making an appearance? Microsoft hasn't talked about it since E3, and Sony's out there doing interviews, it seems every other month, getting people hyped about next gen. Now, I do think for sure Microsoft will talk and mention about Xbox Scarlett, how it's coming out next year and holiday in 2020, but I don't think we'll learn any new information about the system. They will just reiterate what we already know about Xbox Scarlett. But I think there also will be some third-party games there, but I'm not exactly sure what they are going to be. I would expect Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to be there, as Microsoft has the marketing deal for that and it comes out the next day. But after that, I'm not too sure. Warner Brothers has been teasing a new Batman game. Could it be at XO, or is it more likely for the Game Awards? I've heard that Square Enix actually might be showing up there. What could they possibly show? Certainly not Avengers gameplay and not an announcement for Final Fantasy VII Remake, as that's exclusive for PlayStation for quite a bit. But what if they show off the much requested Final Fantasy XIV MMO? I think that could be a big surprise for a lot of people if that does indeed happen. And of course, everybody wants to know about new studios. Microsoft set everything in motion in 2018 at E3 when they announced they purchased Playground and Ninja Theory and Compulsion. And last year at X019, they announced that they acquired inXile and Obsidian. Will they be making another acquisition this year? I think one is likely, but I have no clue who it could be. Could it be White Owl? Could it be Azabo, the makers of Plague's Tale, who are working a Microsoft simulator? Could it be Ready at Dawn? It could be any one of those. It could be none of those. It could be a studio that I haven't even thought of, but I do think there will be at least one studio acquisition. But let's get into the games that I think will take center stage during this episode of Inside Xbox. Microsoft tweeted out that they have 12 Xbox Game Studio titles showing up there, new reveals and PC. So yes, new reveals, new games being shown off, but what could they be? Well, let's get into the stuff that we know. Microsoft tweeted out that Ninja Theory will be there. They for sure will be showing off Bleeding Edge, potentially giving a date for the open beta and a release date, as I expect that game to come out early next year. However, everybody wants to know what the Hellblade team is up to, and I really do think that we will get that information. So not only will Ninja Theory be there to show off Bleeding Edge, but we will get an announcement about what that Hellblade team is working on. Next, Rare confirmed to be there. I'm sure they'll have a new update about Sea of Thieves. That's what they will be talking about. Mojang will be there talking about Minecraft Dungeons, as currently slated for spring 2020. It's the Diablo-esque Minecraft experience. Looks pretty cool. Expect some gameplay for that and maybe a potential release window. inXile also confirmed to be there, and they're definitely going to be showing off Wasteland 3. Not my type of game, but a lot of people do love that. Obsidian will be making their first EXO appearance, and a lot of people think, you know what, they hit gold with The Outer Worlds, and I agree that it's going to be a big franchise for Xbox moving forward. But Obsidian's actually going to be there to announce a brand new game. That's right, a brand new game, although not the one that Microsoft purchased the studio for. It's a little bit smaller game. I've been told it's a survival RPG, but look for that game to get announced. Next up, we have the Age of Empires franchise, and I fully expect Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition to be there in some capacity, as it is launching that week. But I know what you really want. You want new info, new gameplay, new cinematics from Age of Empires 4, and I think the wait is over. You will definitely find out more about that game at XO. Next up is 343. Are they going to be there? We know Halo Infinite is scheduled for a holiday 2020 launch alongside Xbox Scarlett, but will we see new campaign gameplay? I'm going to go with no on that. And I'm honestly not even sure they're going to show up. It's possible they're there showing off Reach on Halo Master Chief Collection, with it launching on PC really soon. But if they do show off anything from Halo Infinite, I think it might be geared towards the multiplayer, with the possible announcement of an open beta. I also fully expect Microsoft Flight Simulator to be there, as it's launching 2020, and I know a lot of you guys have probably seen the GIFs and the videos of the people playing it in alpha, and I gotta say, that game looks absolutely stunning. Maybe look for a release date announcement or more of an open beta sometime in 2020. Of course, Ori 2, I think, is going to get a spotlight shown down on it, as it's really the next big title coming out from Xbox Game Studios on February 11th. I personally cannot wait to get my hands on this game, as it's one of my favorite games of the entire generation. Hopefully we see new gameplay and a new trailer, although I don't think the Moon Studios team will actually be there. We'll probably just get snippets of gameplay, but I cannot wait to see more of Ori 2. And that leads me to kind of playground games. I think they'll be there as well. I don't think they'll be showing off anything for Forza Horizon 4, like a new expansion. So that kind of leads me to their RPG. Is it possible that Fable's gonna be revealed here? I keep on going back and forth. Some days yes, some days no. The stuff I'm hearing behind the scenes, one day it's 100% gonna be there, the next day I have no clue. So it's tough to really me to go out on a limb and say Fable's gonna be there. But you know what? Just because I want to get excited about what Xbox is doing for the future, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that Fable is not going to be there. I know you probably thought I was about to say it was going to be there, but something tells me we'll get the new Obsidian game revealed as well as the new Ninja Theory game, and they will save Fable for Xbox's E3 2020. I don't agree with that decision, and I hope I'm wrong. So after listening to my preview, do you guys think X019 is worthy of getting hyped for? Let me know in the chat if you're excited. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share it out on social media, hit that subscribe button if you're new, hit the notification bell, all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.